House leader said this about the Liberal tax hikes. The longer we're talking about this, the more people are concerned that they will be impacted, which is really raising a fear. Well, she's right. Entrepreneurs, small business owners, farmers, their employees are worried sick about the impact of these Liberal tax changes. But here's the real slap in the face. These tax changes will have no impact on wealthy investments like those of the Prime Minister. So my question is, why are the Prime Minister's investments and his business revenues untouched by these tax changes?
This is Justin Trudeau.
He's king of the North.
Articulated his sophisticated thoughts on the threats of global terrorism. He told Americans that it was super important to invest in investigative national security stuff. He then described the impact of violent acts of terror, saying Canadians are able to respond to, quote, bad things happening without, quote, falling into a bad space. After abandoning the fight against ISIS and cutting our armed forces, can the Prime Minister tell Canadians what kind of stuff he's investing in and how he plans on keeping those positive vibes coming to keep us out of a bad space?
I'm glad the Leader of the Opposition's new duties hasn't kept him from his daytime TV watching. The number one job of any government is to keep its citizens safe. And on this, we have failed time and time again. It is with shame and sorrow and deep regret for the things we have done that I stand here today and say we were wrong, we apologize, I am sorry, we are sorry. For the oppression of the lesbian, gay, bisexual, transgender, queer, and two-spirit communities, we apologize.
Mr. Speaker, CSIS warned the Liberal government all the way back in 2015 that returning ISIS fighters were a continuing and real threat to Canada. They warned that Canadian citizens were recruited by ISIS, quote, not because they needed more foot soldiers, but because they want to teach the Westerners to take the struggle into every neighborhood and subway back home. So ISIS specifically trained Canadian fighters to come back here and terrorize our community, and the Liberals knew about it for over 2 years. So why is the Prime Minister so focused on reintegration services and not putting these people in jail?
The Honourable Prime Minister.
Mr. Speaker, this government, like all governments, takes extremely seriously the safety of Canadians, and that's why everything we do is focused on keeping Canadians safe. And we know that a society that is safe is one in which we are using a broad range of tools to keep Canadians safe. Yes, we have enforcement, surveillance, and national security tools that we use to a significant degree, but we also have methods of de-emphasizing or de-programming people who want to harm our society. And that's the thing we have to do. The Conservative Party learned nothing from the last election and the lessons Canadians taught them. They ran an election on snitch lines against Muslims. They ran an election on Islamophobia and division. And still, they play the same games trying to scare Canadians. The fact is, we always focus on the security of Canadians, and we always will, and they play politics of fear, and Canadians reject that.
Order. Mr. Speaker, nobody voted in the last election to elect a government that would be so focused on the rights of ISIS terrorists, people who watch soldiers burn alive in Egypt. When people like that come home, they don't need to spend time writing haikus, they need to spend time in jail. When will the Prime Minister take that seriously?
All of you! The boy thinks he can frighten me. He's mistaken, yes, very mistaken. That's disgrace. I have friends, important friends in the capital. You'll see. Yeah. If you have any last words, my lord, now's the time.
That's one small step for man, one giant leap for mankind.
We like to say people kind, not necessarily mankind.